Greetings, everybody. Patrick Havchita will view a questions with, and across the way from us is Wes, aka the Mighty Ice Lord.
Good
I guess,
evening.
yeah, I guess it's how you been, man? Doing all right?
Hey, doing all right. Hanging in there, trying to keep up with the streams. That's the only content I do these days is the
I know,
live streams, right?
I know. I saw you over in the boneyard yesterday, and I'm going like, okay, here he is. I was Caspering.
Oh, is that what it was? Well,
Yeah,
hey, right on.
that's how I knew about your Taco Bell.
That was the first for me. Like doing it where whenever anything on camera, I don't do
Uh-huh.
anything like that, man. I just can't.
Oh, you were just crushing. You were like this.
Yes, yes. I mean, who'd have thought that I could take down food in such a capacity, but I
You know
can.
what? Now, had you had a couple of cocktails before that?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, no.
I thought maybe, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have myself a cocktail and a taco. Uh,
It's only
well,
natural.
it is, or normally it is normal because after all, Tuesday is known for Taco Tuesday.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I was celebrating it. I didn't even realize it.
Man, when did fast food prices become the prices of restaurants?
Oh boy, when all these delivery services started taking over, it really
Oh,
inflation took
the,
that
the
to a new
prices
level.
the prices they're charging now for food.
Huh.
It's just absolutely insane.
Yes. You've got to get it yourself prepared at home if you can. It's the only
Yeah.
feasible, yeah, only
No, I,
feasible
I
avenue.
agree. I agree. Hey, Krubby, how are you? How are you? Yes,
All right.
we are talking to Wes, aka the Ice Lord, who is also the host of the Ninth Level. Have you thought about did you I'm not I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, and I'll probably hear about it if I am or not or so, but um I think that because I know you used to do your show on Fridays, right? Or you're on
Yeah,
Saturday. You're Fridays or Saturdays.
Fridays
You know,
traditionally.
I told Steven this from House of Horrors, and I think there's I don't think the Coast to Coast guys are going to be doing a regular show anymore. I mean, I go there every Saturday. We're looking for Cody and Ben and those guys, and more often than not these days, they're just not there. And it seems to be like there's a gap in live streaming on Saturdays. As far as in the community goes, no one's really doing anything. And I suggested to Steven that they could pop up their, the House of Horrors. Maybe instead of going from 7 to 9, maybe they just come up there and do 8 to 10, and
Huh.
maybe that's something you could consider too, coming up there on Saturdays. Uh, you know,
Well, maybe I've got Psychobabble live either Saturday or Sunday nights, but that alternates.
what's
And
like Apple?
Psychobabble's Terrence and Curly and I talking for usually a couple hours about just given subjects. And you're familiar with the show, right? You haven't seen Psychobabble live?
Uh-uh.
It's on Terrence's channel. It's every Saturday or Sunday. We try to advertise it pretty well. I haven't gotten it too many times out on my Instagram, but it's a good place. We talk about abstract subjects.
Um, let's see. Casey is here. The
Hey, Casey.
professor, the mighty Professor Macabro. Have you seen his channel yet?
Professor Macabro?
Yeah, have you seen his channel? His channel's
No,
fire.
it
Yeah.
sounds cool. The
Oh, look at that! You're bringing out the subway on us.
subway.
Oh my gosh,
What
that's awesome.
are the bots here already?
Uh, no, I see. There's Casey. There's Krubby the Beagle's here. Hi, Ariel. How are you? Nice meeting
Hi.
you. I met you over on Gory's channel. Very nice to have you here.
Well, hi there,
Mr. Bones, Horde
Bone.
Tuber. Every time he comes in, you got to say Horde Tuber of the Month, Mr. Bones. That's part of the
Or
deal.
Tuber December
Yeah,
2022. Number one.
that's right. I remember meeting you there, Ariel. I'm glad you're here.
Do you know the answer to did they keep going with the horror tuber of the year thing? Because I know it did. The first one was 2020.
I had the only time I saw that. I mean, it's weird because the Horde Tuber of the Month thing's like a meteor, right, or a
Right,
comet. You
right.
know, it comes inside your orbit, circles
Yeah,
around, and then it takes off to parts unknown, and you don't know where it went. And then after a while, it'll come back around, and then
right.
and then here again. The only
Yeah.
time I ever seen the Horror Tuber of the Year was when Horror Hands won it.
When
Uh,
Horror Hands won YouTuber of the year, that
yeah,
must
he
have. So
won
he
by
must.
one vote. He won by one vote over Hobbs. Hobbs
Oh
won
wow,
American. Hobbs was the American horror YouTuber of the year.
wow.
And then Horror Hands won it by one vote for the world. So
Who was running that thing though? What's that guy's name?
Andrew Bellina started it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that must have been year two, right?
I don't know. These guys know a lot more. I'm not a horror channel anymore. I've been told that I'm not a horror channel, so I'm out of the loop. They don't tell me shit.
They got you got to hear this from outside that
I'm gonna have
website
to. Yeah, I'm
channel.
gonna have to. We'll have to sit. We'll have to sit there, and hopefully someone will come up there and say, "You did. That was really exciting, actually. That was really close. There was a lot of people that voted too. There's a lot of people that voted. I mean, there was like a whole bunch of people, and then I think there was close to like 60 people. There was like 10 people that were nominated, and I think Hobbs lost by one vote. Yeah, I know.
That's just terrible. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess that the tradition then doesn't continue. So, but it's kind of right at that time of year where I'd have to kind of wonder, like, will Andrew step up and do his, you know,
No, he doesn't operate it. I mean, he started it,
yeah,
but he pushed it off. Now it's just pretty much run by whoever gets the title.
yeah,
They're
living
the
on its
ones that,
own.
yeah. I mean, you see Bones out there. He goes out there and he's plugging it.
Yeah,
He sets up. He nominated 4 new people. He gets out there. He tells people about it. Then we all vote, and then he comes out with a video. He's saying, "Hey, the horror tuber of the month is," and then that person goes in and makes a video saying, "I'm the horror tuber of the month. Congratulate, thanks for voting for me." And then they put up the 4 people, and it just keeps going.
yeah,
I think the only rule I know is you got to be 2 rules I know. One, you got to be a horror channel, and 2, you have to be underneath 1,000 subs in order to qualify. So if
right,
you're under 1,000 subs and you're a horror channel, you can get nominated.
right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why you're nominated, because you're a horror channel.
well, there
So
you go.
yeah. So I think last I heard for this month, I think Echo is winning. Echo's winning. I know that Echo voted for you, and he was out there. He was out there pushing you hard. He was out there telling everybody to vote for you.
What a kind gentleman. He's a good guy. Patrick
Um,
Echo.
oh my gosh, Bones's list, the group that he picked last for his. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I love Bones like a brother, but boy, oh boy, I was sitting there going, "You son of a bitch," because there's just there's so many great, or Al, Al did it, and I'm like, Al, you son of a bitch, because you put out some great names. It's just like, man. And then Bones
yeah,
came up there, and he offered some really nice people too, some
right.
really good people. So it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of stress too. Uh,
Sure.
I think, Professor, you could go to Mr. Bones' channel, and maybe Mr. Bones, if he's still here, he can put the link down to where everybody can vote for, and then we all can go over there. I still got to vote still.
Oh,
God,
well,
yeah, I know. There's like, it's like, who do I vote for? Because there's so many nice people there. Okay, so there you go. Everybody can go vote. Uh, yeah, you got to nominate channels that need recognition. And they got to be a horror channel.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, and they can't have won before, I guess. So that's the
Right.
only thing. And under a
Right.
1,000 subs, all that jazz. You
Yeah.
know, it's
So I mean, I mean, the thing is, though, what generally happens is really interesting. Is I've noticed that the people who like you're nominated with three other people, and then what happens is a lot of times they win and they carry you along with it. They turn around and say,
sure.
"Okay, I'm going to put up you." So you find yourself sometimes you find yourself running in the running for 3 or 4 months in a row,
Oh
and
boy.
even if you don't necessarily get win, you're still picking up subs. That's the good thing.
Well, what one way or the other, it's okay. I won't sweat it because it wasn't ever a part of like the idea behind the channel anyway. I'm grateful for the nomination, but if it's just a nomination, I won't cry over it, I mean, it's an honor just to be nominated, to be honest with you.
That's right.
I'm,
I'm just
I'm
honored to be.
amazed.
Hello, traveling Mike. Let's say hi. Look at the
Hi
chat
there.
just blew up. The chat just blew up. They're all here to see the Ice Lord.
Oh no. How you guys doing? How's everyone this evening?
Let's see, Mr. Bones saying what happened was I won against Echo and brought him back, and Echo will do the same and bring you back. Yeah, I think that's generally how it works out. Like I know Mr. Bones brought in Tara in for because she has a deserving channel, and I and yeah, Wes will get the next round. That's right. I think he will too. I think Echo will definitely pick it up this month, and then we'll see who he picks. And it's funny. It's like you always sort of laugh at that until you have to do it. You have to sit there and look at the other guy. Oh, that poor bastard! He has to pick four people. Who's he going to pick? Without pissing off anybody. And next thing you
Yeah.
know, you win, and all of a sudden you're going like, oh, now I got to pick four people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that works exactly.
Well,
It's got to feel
well,
horrible,
I,
and
well, let's
it's
have some fun. Let's have some fun with that. I mean, if you
yeah,
if you won Horror Tuber of the Month
and now
right
you
now,
can
and
see
you had to
my
nominate
eyes.
four channels. What four channels would you nominate right now?
I abstain from answering that just yet. I mean, I would obviously, I would if for instance,
Mhm.
if I were to ever like in the future win, it would have to be based on the circumstances. So I wouldn't really. I'd have to do research and stuff, and I wouldn't answer that on the spot.
Research, he said. you know,
I
you know,
would.
you
I would.
already know who the four people you would pick.
Well,
I know.
it's possible. It's
Mhm,
possible. I
mhm.
mean, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just do it like without having clinched the win. It would be irresponsible for me to start and throwing out names and shit like that. So,
It's
um,
hypothetical, Wes. It's not
sure,
practical. It's so
sure.
you could have total fun with it right now. You could just it's a fantasy island pick. It's like fantasy football. You can go out there and pick your fantasy team and just name it. So just think of it that way. There's no pressure. Just name us four channels who that you would just throw up there.
Well, if I won, I'd put Echo back up there,
Okay,
and then I'd put Video Tasties because
nice.
I felt like he needed a shot at. He could have won, and then um, there's a new fella by the name of the Evil Tyrone, Evil
Haven't heard
with
of
the
that
O.
channel.
He's a
Okay,
cool guy, new channel. He does a lot of kind of like yeah, like roundtable discussions and stuff, but a horror channel all the same. Cool channel.
oh, I
And
saw
then
how
my
you slipped that.
fourth,
I
my
saw how
fourth
you
is a
slipped that in there.
surprise.
I saw how you slipped that in there, right there. They're very nicely done, sir.
Well,
You never, notice how he said horror channel to me. So
well, and all the other ones are horror channels too. And it's like it's so hard because there are some channels that I was thinking like, oh, well, I would, maybe if if Cheetah's still under 1,000, I could nominate him.
But
But
I'm not
I
a horror.
heard
But I'm
you
not a horror
say,
channel.
I know. I checked
I'm
out
out.
the content. I checked out the content to make sure that I wasn't wrong. Like, because I was like, because you don't want to slight anybody that otherwise holds you in regard and thinks that you would give them a nomination. And I would nominate all my damn friends. I'd be like, all right, next month, everyone is horror YouTuber of the month. Come on, do it. We take it over.
I have to say, I was really impressed because I like I put out 4 Hallmark movie reviews last week, but I was impressed. I got some interesting comments from folks, and there are a couple of guys that run horror channels. They left some really nice comments, like hey, this is not a bad thing that you did here, and
That's
that
cool.
really surprised me. That was really cool. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's always nice. It's always good to get some good feedback.
Definitely.
You know.
So when did you get on YouTube? How long have you been? How long have you had your channel?
Well, actively, I've been posting for the last 5 years, but I've had it for a number of years before that, just as a viewer. And I've been watching YouTube since, oh God, 2008, but I haven't always had this account. And the channel itself has only actually been making videos for 5 years, and I'm very amateuristic. I don't have a whole lot of ability when it comes to like shooting stuff. I don't have the storage capacity and software to do clips and stuff like that. So it's just me, just bare
Well,
bones Wes.
that's me too. I can't do all the bells and whistles. I
Sure.
just out there is put it up there and have at it. Uh, hey, Max is here. Your friend Max is here. Hey, Max, how are
Max,
you?
how do you do? How you
Let's see.
doing, Max?
He was hiding. Oh, he's Mr. Bones is saying about you. He says he was hiding till we found him and we pulled him into the light, like Hobbs and Pat did with me.
That's true,
Get in
man.
here.
That's
Bring your
true.
bring your demons to us.
Right. Yeah,
That's
man. I'm glad to be a part of the community. You guys are really the best. And thanks for being
50
cool.
Bones is being super nice. He's saying Pat will win from popularity. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. No, that's facetious. Yeah. Bones is the best. Uh did I show you did I show you this? I gotta show you this, man. I'm not sure if anybody saw this. Just to let you know that I had this right out real close to me. So like check this out. See, still close right here to my my station. I, this is from Mr. Bones. Then I got the mummy from Mr. Bones.
Oh,
Then I got Poltergeist from Mr. Bones.
oh.
And then
It's got the clamshell.
yeah, yes, from Warner Brothers.
You don't get those a lot anymore.
No, I've gotten a lot of these snapper cases. I've gotten a few of them. I get a few of them at the library.
But what are they? Yeah, they're snapper cases. You don't. I hear that they're worth money.
Are they?
That's what I
Well,
hear.
the one I was really happy to get, I was like, Mr. Bones. So he got me the Cat o' Nine Tails with a
Awesome.
badass cover, a cat right there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that artwork on that one.
You know what? Yeah, see. There you go. See, right now, right there, there's a good segue right there into talking about art and having I think you just need a little bit of paper and some pens and some colored pencils and maybe just get in there and start drawing. You can't not start drawing until you do start drawing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I mean, I've already begun. It's just the amount of time it takes me to perfect the ability to do something like music and whatnot. I do put my time into drawing, but it takes me quite a while. It takes me quite a while to perfect the art. So um,
Um,
same thing with drawing, you know, and music. It takes me so long to get good at it
well,
that
I think that's everybody, unless you're a punk rocker. Then all you have to do is just, plug in the guitar and 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know, um,
right.
no,
Well, yeah, it doesn't come naturally to me. You know,
well,
any
you must
talent
like
that I've gotten, I
arena.
had to
Are,
develop.
are are you like an arena rock fan? I mean, are you into the big arena rockers, or do you like the punk rock stuff?
Well, I don't really I'm not really into the mainstream. I would say I'm more of a punk rock guy than anything because I used to be in local hardcore and punk bands here in Indiana, and that was more of my scene. I do every once in a while go to the big like arena shows and whatnot. I've been to some of them, but I prefer just good old down home, you know, backyard heavy metal.
See, we got the chat is popping, so let me catch up here real quick. And you must be Max. See, Mr. Boss mentioned Gamma was last year, but he's he's always in style. Um, and see, Wes, can you tell us about the guy in the Ninth Circle intro?
That's a little fellow that was designed by a friend of mine, um, who I don't know if she wants me to call her out or what her name is, but she helps me. She took a. She, we were trying to come up with an intro, and she came up with a dragon. We replaced it with a devil face, and kind of made him look like he was walking up the side of the cavern. And
I
she
always thought you
somehow,
did that. I always thought you got the Ninth Circle from Milton's Paradise Lost.
well, it's from um, it's in that same kind of vein of work and whatnot. It's from uh, the Inferno. Same difference, you know. Paradise Lost is just about the same in regard to the subject matter as Dante's Inferno. So, but yeah,
Uh,
you're pretty
let's
close.
see.
And it's
The
also I can stand outside for a long time without any protective gear if need be.
Professor Mock Bro mentions, gotta love those old snapper cases. They're super fragile because they're cardboard, but man, are they cool to collect. They are. I have a lot of them actually. Says, yeah, because Wes sent me the Arrow Nine Tails. So you got my Anchor Bay. Yeah, I heard about you being Santa Icelord. You sent out a lot of really nice, cool collectibles to various members of the community. That was very kind of you.
Hey, what can you do? You know, it's all part of I was feeling festive. It was like right around a Halloween, you know. I
Uh,
get apparently I pine for Christmas at Halloween, so
now,
and it was all from
your collection is pretty stacked. I mean, we see it
thanks.
behind, and of course, the one question I have to ask you is how many IFC movies do you own?
Ooh, no, they're spread out, you know, because
Mhm,
I don't group them together because they span so many different labels.
mhm.
I've got a lot.
You got a lot?
Oh yeah, a lot of
Oh,
the stuff from
Screen
let's see.
Factory.
Well, there are a lot of Scream Factory uh what you call them. Let's see.
We are now going to go into the 10th circle of hell with Wes, as he's going to take us on a room tour. Okay, so go ahead and take us on a room tour and show us all your movies.
Oh shit! I couldn't do it with this computer. Let's see. This here is my Kino Lorber Redemption series. As you can tell, there's no number 13, but that's all right because there wasn't supposed to be one. And
So,
there's two 55s for some reason. I
so
don't
those are
know.
all your are those all your Kino Lorber right there?
Yeah, this shelf,
Uh-huh.
this shelf, and
Uh-huh.
then down here is the on the sides Pete Walker collection. Then begins Scream Factory. It's all in alphabetical order.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And over
Uh,
there,
let's see. Let's see. Am I? You know what? No, probably not. As far as comics go, no. Those that was a long time ago. Uh, Kellel wants to know. We want Scream 6. You got any theories about Scream 6? You got any thoughts and theories about Ghostface Takes Manhattan?
well, I have a feeling they're going to try to do something with it once again. I don't know, other than Jenna Ortega and whoever the other gal is, encountering some psycho killer and a new group of friends to wonder who it is, uh, or who among them it is. There isn't too much I can predict, especially in who will be. I don't think they're going to be bringing Stu back like everyone thinks, but it's
Oh,
possible they could be.
no. I think here's my thing is um I know that Nev Campbell said she was going to come on because she didn't get paid, whatever. And I think she felt like she has some leverage because she was up for a series called Avalon that was going to be produced by David Kelly, and that didn't go through. They didn't get past pilot stage, so they didn't pick it. ABC didn't pick it up. So I do think that we will see Sydney come back. I think we'll see her come back in the end credits of 6, and she'll be back for 7. That's what I'm going with. No, I don't think Stu will come back either. If they just cannot bring back Stu. If they bring back Stu, that series is straight out just done. He died. He died. I mean, he had a TV fall on his face, and he got electrocuted. Just let it go. Might as well bring back Billy Loomis. Well, yeah, she shot me in the head, but it was just blanks. It was. It's not like Alec Baldwin shot me.
Right. Yeah.
So
Once he shoots you, it's pretty much over.
if he shoots you, you might be dead. But Alec Baldwin didn't shoot me, so I could come back.
It's the one superhuman strength you get from being shot by Alec Baldwin.
So
What can you do?
so what else? What else? Look, people want to see more of the room. Yeah, I'm with you, man. How many criterions do you have?
Well, I don't know that I'm going to be able to show much more of the room with this particular getup because the lighting is not all that well. I do have a lot of criterions,
I
but
knew it.
once again, I have them in
Alphabetical order.
well, not alphabetical, and I only have so far that I can go. I don't know
Look
if
at
you
that.
can
Look
see.
at that. Look at that collection of his. Wes has got a dope ass collection.
Got Arrow, then
Look at that. Look at all the criterion.
Criterion,
Damn.
Blue Underground.
And yet you don't have any IFCs.
No, I've got IFCs. It's just that they're not in this part of they're upstairs more likely.
I see. Hobbs wants. I don't think do you have any Wild Eye yet, Wes?
Yes, I do.
You do?
It's actually in this box right now because I've got all my DVDs in there. I keep my Visual Vengeance out here, but
Uh-huh.
I was running low on room. And
Uh,
I keep my any of my amateur or like independent film all stays upstairs with the rest of my stuff.
that's a red 88 on the bottom right hand corner, though, isn't it?
It's Mondo Macabro.
Oh, Mondo Macabro. Wow.
And
Okay.
then
I
you
thought it
got
was
Massacre video on the left there, and then just Kino Lorber on the far left. It's getting hard to show some of this stuff.
You got a hell of a collection though. Look at that. Look at
Thanks,
that.
man.
And
you got it. I'm not sure what this is showing here. Let me see.
Just start naming them all.
You got Scream Factory, Scream and Shout Factory.
Do you have the whole? Do you have the whole Scream series?
Scream I have all the movies in the Scream franchise at least, but I don't have every Scream Factory.
Like, no, I'm at Scream the franchise.
Yeah, I have a collection, and then all the one-offs after that. This down here is miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. Look at that. Your miscellaneous could be most people's heart of their collection.
It could be.
Look at that.
And then I don't know how well it's showing.
I feel like we're in the ninth circle of Wes's collection right now.
There you go.
Everybody is see, Hobbs wants to know about the Incredible Bulk theories and rumors. That's the plot twist.
That's a good question.
See, that's the plot twist. It's a zombie Matthew Lillard. I think he comes back as Stu's twin, but it's really Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. See, the bat is here. The bat is here. Let's see. See,
how's it going now?
I have not got the package yet, Echo. It should be here tomorrow, Thursday. So I will be looking for that. I got a package from Echo Zero. Let's see. It's like I've told all you guys. There's always room for space in the rafters and ceiling. It will get to that point. Embrace it. Let's see. Alan Carr has challenged you to a movie off. You know what? I'll be your Huckleberry. I would do that. I think you would end up hating me after the first hour, though. I think you. I might not have all the boutique stuff, but when it comes down to just quantity, I think I'll probably pound most everybody, except for maybe Joe. God, I have so many. I don't know what I'm doing with them all. They don't have cases. Look at that collection.
You gotta be careful with them, right? Yeah, I got Severin. Then you got Severin.
Oh, you really? You actually got stuff from Severin? I thought it'd still be out in the post office.
No, they're the first one that shipped to me this year, though, on Black Friday stuff. Then you got a little bit of Synapse.
Synapse.
Then you got Unearthed.
Nice.
All the way down to here. Vestron. I know it's getting hard to see, but my cables are. Then
now be honest. How many movies do you actually watch during the week? I mean, do you put on one or two a week and watch? And how many are your first time watches, and how many are old comfort or movies you've watched before?
Well, I really don't watch a lot of the stuff that I watched before, but a lot of what I do these days is just watching new from the collection.
Okay, give it up for Wes. Put a 1 down in the chat, or to applause for Wes for showing off his collection.
Oh,
put some ones down there in the chat. Give it up for Wes.
Thank you all so kindly. You're very kind.
There we go. Look at everybody's like clapping for Wes's collection. Hell yeah, Mr. Bowles, throwing up some ones. See, everybody's like, yeah, it's all about. It's all about. It's all about.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah,
very, very kind, very kind. I mean, it's not the biggest collection as there is, but I try to. Yeah,
I've always wanted to see it, because every time I see you on your live stream, I always see it in the back, and I always say, I really wish he'd do a room tour, because I'd love to see all those movies got in the back. And so
I might do an update video, and maybe that'll work. Yeah, I suppose that's been my disadvantage this month is just not putting out new videos. So, but I haven't really been in the mind space for doing such things. So,
I know you've been king of the streams. You were on the Boneyard last night with
oh, good
that was
time.
fun. Good times.
Hell yeah.
You ate a lot of food last night, Mister.
I
What
was
what
hungry and I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to like jump off of there and be like, like go
uh,
away for a long time.
see, Mr. Bones is saying Icelord ice cream. We could market that. Yep, I agree. Yep, get a T-shirt. I am the ice cream. See, Hobbs
Yeah.
mentioning the food. He had Nacho Bel Grande extra cheeseworthy. Yes, he did. He pounded that
Yeah.
too.
I
Uh, the
couldn't barely
Professor wants to
finish it.
know what is your favorite movie of all time, or your favorite movie set that you own besides
Favorite
Scream.
movie set?
Yeah, besides Scream.
Oh, oh, this is a trick question because it's my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's my most the most expensive one that I've got is the Vomit Gore trilogy. I've got that from Unearthed Films, the original out of print, and it's it's worth a little bit. So I'm a little bit proud of that one. Like I like it.
Hmm.
It's always nice to have
You don't
something
collect.
that's
You don't collect based on monetary value. You collect because you like
no.
the movie and you want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I
how many versions of the Serbian film do you own?
only two.
Yeah.
Accidentally got one, and then I don't know. I wanted to get the uncut because apparently everyone's like, "You ain't seen shit. You ain't seen shit." And I'm like, "Okay,
Oh man, I heard that they only put on like an extra like 2 3 minutes back on that thing.
yeah, it's really not that extraordinary." I mean, they didn't cut so much out of it that I mean, it's not like it's a better film or anything. It's not like it's a good film to begin with.
Mr. Bones is sitting there saying too many. See, Mr. Bones has his limits too. See, I don't feel so bad because me and Bones we're like that. We have our limits. I mean, I don't mind watching certain movies, but everybody's got to know their limitations.
Yeah,
Um,
sure. Well,
yeah.
when it comes down to it, if we ever find that there's a snuff film or something actually, like something that actually, creates, like an illegal problem in our community, that's something we should all get behind and uh, just block altogether. But art in general doesn't need any more. Any
I, I,
more.
I say that I say that, but I went to BG a few times. Did you ever? Have you ever? Did you ever visit a BG?
Well, now BG.
BG? Did you ever visit that?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see.
sounds foul. Whatever it is, it just doesn't
Yeah,
sound right.
yeah. It was bestscore.com.
Oh, well, yeah,
You
I've been
have been
around
there,
there.
haven't you? You have
Yeah,
been there. I knew it.
I've seen some, I've seen some death stuff, of course, just like everybody else. But um, yeah, I mean,
I can see the Ice Lord going over there and you know,
yeah, it's just the stuff my
welcome to the ninth circle of hell.
right, right. I mean, you're gonna see some shit on the way down.
Shit, no kidding, right?
Yeah, you'll see
Yeah,
some stuff.
it's funny. It's funny because a lot of times you get teased by like I don't want to watch torture porn. Oh, you're soft. You're soft. Oh no, I just came over from BG, and let me tell you, my buddy used to give me shit about this. He used to tease the shit out of me about watching certain horror films.
Yeah,
So I just said, well, here, go watch some real life. Man, he it took a little time for it took a little bit for him to come back a little bit because it fucked him up.
yeah.
It fucked him up. Yeah, it fucked him up.
Well, that's one of the things. I don't know. It's not as prevalent today, I guess. Well, no, it must
No,
be.
no, those sites aren't really welcome anymore. The government's I know Canada's really strong against it. I know that the United States is really strong against it too. No, they don't really like those sites anymore. So you put that up there, and you're gonna get everybody on your ass, as you should, because
Right.
who the hell really needs to see that? Um,
Uh,
no,
yeah.
I just felt
It can
bad.
cause
I
trauma.
felt bad because the guy who started it, Wes, he started it. Mark Merrick, he started it, and he had the best of intentions. He was trying to bring attention to certain things that were happening. But the longer he stayed, the more he got corrupted, the more he got desensitized. And by the end of it, he was just, I felt bad for him. He was mentally fucked up. I mean, he was just, he just needed to get away from that, which he did.
Sure.
I still think about him once in a while too. I'm thinking, he would have been an interesting guy to interview. I would have loved to talk to him. I really would have.
Right.
You know, but
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that at the time. But I definitely would have had him come on and ask some questions. But
Yeah, I could
that's
see
how it is.
that.
People watch extreme movies, and then they think they're extreme until they see the real thing, and all of a sudden they realize that maybe they're not so extreme after all. And I think they come back from the fence. Like, okay, I like good horror, you know, um, but
Yeah.
within reason. What horror movie is
True.
actually what horror movie has actually has set up tent set up a tent in your brain that stayed with you?
Well, one that stayed with me. Well, they all kind of stayed right here in my head with me.
Wow.
Uh, but honestly, a horror movie that stayed with me.
Mhm.
Borgman. I think it's a Dutch film. Or wait, Netherlands film. It's about this, I guess you'd call them group of underground dwellers and ne'er-do-wells, basically people that infest households, and it's almost like Parasite, but before that,
Okay.
and it's done kind of brutally, and it stays with you. Like um, it it's a little bit disturbing. Good film though. That's one that stayed with me of recent years that maybe not a lot of people have heard of.
Seems like a lot of people have heard Drew Pickles. Casey said that was his go-to. Hobbs has never seen it before. I don't know if probably Mr. Bones probably has not. Uh, I don't know who else. The professor might have. The professor, he might have seen it.
You never know.
He's got a fine collection himself.
Cool.
Uh, yeah, yeah. European movie market, they do make some really good films. Are you, I mean, based on your Criterion collection, is it safe to say that you're a big foreign film fan? You like foreign films?
Sure. I do love some foreign films. Some of my first Criterion was like Man Bites Dog and Sweet Movie, Solo, which is maybe another movie that you guys probably don't like that much, but
I
uh,
have not seen that.
it's probably worth a miss. If you haven't seen it, you're not missing anything.
Uh, Re-
A lot of
Recovery Martyrs for Christmas Day
Yeah, I'm
on the
excited. I'm excited
yeah,
about that. I'm
yeah.
I'm proud of you guys. I think that's a good I think it's a good step. It's because it's a good film in general, and
Yeah.
it does, it says a little bit about religion in general. So, but what it says, who knows?
The professor said, "Oi, Salo, that was not fun." Yeah,
No, yeah,
I
it's
heard.
not a
I
fun
heard.
watch.
I heard it's a little rugged.
Yeah, it's a bit
I heard the
shitty.
original inside is a little rugged. I got the
Yeah,
remake of that, and people like I guess they made a remake of Martyrs too. The
Yeah,
Americans have remade some of the European films. But how come Americans just don't get it. They don't get it.
they just can't read subtitles, I guess.
No. Like
You
they
know,
did, I think it was called The Vanishing, and then they
the
remade
banish.
it. They remade that film. They messed it up. Martyrs got remade American style. And like it's just weird how that happens.
Yeah, it
Um,
is, and sometimes they just maim the story. You know, they mess it up.
Irreversible also was a tough watch. Yep, I agreed. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that. I found my copy at the library.
of irreversible.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
found my copy at the library. I was like sitting there going like, what's that doing here? I thought, well, they don't know movie. Ooh,
Wow. Yeah, you don't expect to find that at the library, but you know, you do find it here and there. But I suppose it's yeah, that's a rough movie.
yeah. See, I might like Solo because it was a book first. Yeah, I would have to see who wrote it and see if I can find it.
The
Uh,
Marquis de Sade.
is that what it was? Marquis de Sade? Okay.
Yeah, 120 Days of Sodom.
Because I thought the movie was set during World War II.
Well, the movie is it's kind of set during the I guess what the fascist rule of Italy,
Okay.
and it's actually it reflects a different time and place, but the general idea is that it took place during the occupation of Italy by Mussolini's forces, I believe. So
Yeah.
I
People
mean,
people people forget that Mussolini was actually the father of fascism.
right?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Uh, let's see. Someone donated that for the laughs. You know what? You know what? It's funny how that works out. Sometimes I see some of the movies in there, and I do shake my head, and then I go like, "Wow, like did they actually donate that in here?" Nothing. They do screen them. In case someone gets stupid and thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna slip Debbie Does Dallas in here." They do screen the movies, but I don't. It's just one of those things for the people who screened it. They didn't know what they had. They just saw it and probably recognized, a couple of names on the title. Oh, I know who this actor is. It's okay. You know. So
That's
yeah.
weird that they would do that, but
Oh yeah. Well, I know some thrift stores are they're very picky as far as
wow,
that goes. Like Salvation Army is very very anti horror. I mean, it's very rare that you see horror movies in a Salvation Army. Goodwill, yeah, but Salvation Army, not so much. I mean, I
really
think they go based on like on rated R or whatnot. But yeah, I think they go through it, and because I've been to Goodwill many times, and it's very very rare that I ever find any horror film up there. Very rare.
interesting.
Um,
I believe you.
Now you mentioned before that you were used to play music. So what kind of music did you like to listen to when you grew up? Were you always into alternative and punk rock music, or did you when you grew up, or did you grow up listening to stuff on the radio?
Well, I grew up listening to all kinds of weird stuff, like from Shaka Khan to MC Hammer to Vanilla Ice to but then I started getting into like Faith No More and um Megadeth and all kinds of different stuff. Like I really started out in the world of metal, Ozzy and Metallica were, some of my entry level bands. That was kind of what I cut my teeth on. But then I got into Slayer and um, some interesting stuff too, like Mr. Bungle and you know, uh, just some of the more avant-garde and odd bands that are out there.
Going back to our talk about the thrift stores, Haas mentioned he found a copy of Headless at Goodwill, and the good professor
Wow.
said he says he's had a hard time finding horror in the wild. I always say it's because horror fans take care of their collection and don't let it go as easily. Yeah, I agree with that, Professor, because I've been going to the library now solid for over a year, and I mean, I get a lot of fun stuff, man, but I don't get anything deep. I don't get any, I don't get any boutique stuff at all. I haven't even seen a Wild Eye movie at the library. I haven't even
Really?
seen one of those no, I haven't seen one of those at the library. You think after a whole year, you think I would have found, a couple of Arrows or a couple of Screen. I found some Screen Factories and I found some Anchor Bays, but you think I would find some, Red, Code Red or Blue Underground or stuff like that, and I have not. I have
Not at
not
all.
not found that. I have not found boutique stuff at the at the
Huh.
library. Not like horror. I
That's
did
interesting.
I did pick up this. I found a digibook.
Ooh, that's cool.
That was interesting. I mean, I've actually found like 4 or 5 digibooks at the library. So, but yeah, I
Those
don't
are
find.
cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah,
Um,
love coming across those.
Sophie is here. Hi,
Hi,
Sophie.
Sophie. How you doing, dear?
Early hours in the UK. Can't sleep. Sending love to you both. Thank you, Sophie. You're
Thanks,
still the
Sophie.
king. Did you know that me and Gareth got our asses handed to us by Sophie in one of those Friday night trivia games?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, she handed me and Gareth our asses and said, "Thanks for
Oh,
coming. Thanks for coming. Here's your consolation prizes." And which was a boot to the bum. Um,
that's great.
yeah,
Sophie's
yeah.
a hell of a gal. She'll never do you wrong. She's awesome.
And Betty is back. Thank you for coming back, Betty. But
Hi, Betty.
Betty always come back.
Hi, Betty.
Um, so yeah, that's what. Do you ever go out to the? I mean, I'm gonna follow the professor's line here for a minute. Do you ever go out to this movie hunting? Do you do that? Or and if you do you are you a computer shopper or are you a into the wild shopper? I mean, do you just
A
buy
little
stuff
bit of both.
online? Are you more into online? Like I'm going movie hunting off to Target. It's like okay, yeah, okay. Or are you on to go to like disc replay or thrift stores or estate sales or stuff like that? How do you
I
how do
go to
you
the
do your
disc
movie hunting?
replay. I go to the disc replay, man. Yeah, I don't necessarily. I've taken a look at some of the dollar stores and whatnot, but if unless there's something rare or whatever, probably won't pick it up. But um, I do a lot of my shopping online, but I do try to get out in the wild. I check out Walmart, Best Buy. That's just about the only couple of places that will sell, other than disc replay or the dollar stores. There's not a lot of places that sell DVDs and Blu-rays anymore for me.
Oh,
Not a lot
okay.
of brick and mortar stores left.
It did seem though. It has seemed like this year though that I have seen a lot more people finding a lot more things at stores. Like Target or Best Buy, especially Best Buy. Man, people have been saying that Best Buy's been, they've been finding a lot of stuff there, and for a place that seemed to be getting out of the business, it was sort of refreshing to hear that. And I've heard that Walmart's doing pretty good too. Okay. Here's a question: what is the worst horror movie you guys own? The one that the movie is garbage, but somehow is part of your collection. Well, I'll let Wes go with that because I'm sure he has a lot more of those than I do. Did I
Oh
say that?
boy.
Oh, sorry. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, you're fine. I'll agree with you. I've got, geez, let's just say we'll go with Guso milk, because I know that I probably don't want to have a copy of that, and
Is that the movie you were talking about in Halloween on October?
oh yeah, well yeah, the one that I was narrating, yeah,
Oh Lord, I knew
it's
that was going to
difficult.
come up. I knew we were going to talk about that. I knew that was coming up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I knew it. I was like, he's going to talk about the Halloween. That was funny as hell. That was
Yeah,
well, yeah, but you almost got your title replaced. Your name almost became not the Icelord. What were people calling you at the end of that?
Dr. Dump.
Doctor Dump.
Uh,
I was calling you the Poo Lord.
yeah, that's what you were calling me, man. Well, hey, I appreciate that. That's a good moniker. I'll take it.
I
Either
I,
way,
I am the Poo Lord. That's funny as hell.
fine. Yeah, what can I say? Yeah, I deserved it. That was a bad day, bad
That,
morning.
that was a crazy ass for the last 3 days. You were
Yeah,
just
it
struggling,
was.
but you were just trying to make the month. You know what? And you know what though? But you made it, right? You did all 31 days. So
Yeah,
no one can take that away from you.
true. Oh
No one
yeah,
can take that away. I mean,
that's a good point.
31 days of horror movies, you did it. So you know what? If it's a little bit too much for some people, that's on them. But you did it. You said you're going to do 31 horror films, and you did.
Yes, sir.
I
In
just
case
didn't. I
you're
just didn't
asking.
think that you would do two girls in one cup.
Neither did I. Neither did I. And in case
Let's
you
watch.
was asking,
I'm just glad you didn't do a watch along with that.
yeah, no kidding. No kidding. The folks that were there for a little watch along after the stream before that
Hmm.
they got an eyeful.
No.
But well, it was they couldn't believe that it was real. That they thought that it was well, that it was
That's
faux,
when I
and it
when I
was,
saw
but
that.
it is real.
That's what I knew that. I'm going like, oh, Wes is yeah. He'd be one of those people that hang out in BG. You know that. Sure enough, I was
Yeah,
right. Hmm.
yeah, that's a good point. And
Uh,
Interweb Kaiju's asking who the distributor was. It's called Twisted Anger. Twisted
he's
Anger.
also Sophie's mentioning she loves going to the charity shops to browse for physical media. Love a bargain. Yes, I have to sit there. We have to talk about this because the best deal I've ever saw anybody get on either side was Vazman. Did you ever hear about his big score?
No.
He went inside of a charity shop and they were doing a sale of all these movies and they were selling them for a nickel a piece. A nickel. Now I'm getting mine right now for a dime. He was getting his for a nickel. So he went in there, he bought a whole bunch, and then the person said, "Hey, you buying all these movies? I got more upstairs in the basement. If you want to come back and take a look." He went up there. He went up there, and this is just nobody else but Vass. He went up there and found so many movies, all for a nickel a piece.
Wow.
DVDs, crazy haul, crazy fine. Yeah, I love a
That's
bargain
great.
too, Sophie. Yep. In the UK, we have a shop called HMV, which sells physical media merchandise. Yeah, and you guys are. I just saw somebody posted a picture about a new store opening up. HMV. Who put out the milk, anyways? Distributor wise, you just said who did it, right? Who put that
Yeah.
out? Uh,
Twistedanger.com.
yeah. See, someone's laughing that I called you Poo Lord. Let's see.
Uh,
Wes, you deserve to be called lovely and lovely only. Sophie,
oh,
you didn't see his
you're
laugh.
wonderful,
No,
Sophie.
Sophie, no, 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 no. I'm unfortunate.
She's a
Yeah,
good woman. I
she's a
appreciate
good
that.
egg, but she missed the last 3 days of your Halloween extravaganza. Um, yeah, he just he Wes, you earned the
Fine.
title of Poo Lord. At least in October. At least in
Doc,
October.
I'll take Dr. Dookie. like Dr. Dookie or
Dr.
Dr. Dumb.
Dookie. That
Dr.
sounds more
Dumb.
like that sounds like more like a DJ.
Yeah.
I think
That's why I like it.
I think Pooh Lord has a more unique, more heft. Like I am I am the Pooh Lord.
Heft. I like how you put it that way. Heft.
Yeah, yeah.
Heft of the diaper. Heft of the heft of the load, so to speak.
Um.
Terrible.
So 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 going back to music until they. That's funny. Hobbs is
Right.
Hobbs put the poo up there. So back to
Yeah.
the music. So you were always you start off with Vanilla Ice.
Well, I don't know if I started
And
off,
I'm
but it was,
okay. Well, who else did you mention you listen to besides you say Millie Vanilli?
well, a little bit of uh, I,
Chaka Khan?
yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with some Shaka Khan.
No,
I used
no.
to listen to
MC Hammer.
Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack, just all kinds of different stuff. Well, I grew up in the '80s, so it was pretty common to be around stuff like that, and that's what I mainly grew up around. But then I started getting into the heavy metal and the you know Faith No More,
Mr. Bungle and
Metallica.
Faith No More, both were by Mike Patton.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a big influence on me. I'm a big fan of his. So
Yes, Sophie, and you can use that all. You can use that all you want. See what Sophie said.
I love it. I feel comfortable now that she's called to me, so that makes me feel a lot better.
I'm just waiting to see you in a stream. I'm waiting for you in a stream saying I am the Poo Lord. Um,
That'll
I don't
be
think
hard to admit.
I don't think we'll see it, but it would be funny.
You never
Yeah,
know.
I like those bands too, man. Those are some really cool bands to listen to. Faith
Yeah,
No More. I booked the former singer of that band,
Chuck Mosley.
yeah, yes, Chuck Mosley. Yes, I booked him.
Oh,
And
sure.
he recently passed not that long ago.
Yeah, I know. It's a real bummer. He
I got his new band he had a new band he came out with called Concrete, and I booked that band.
okay.
And yeah, and nobody really showed up for it though. I felt really bad for him, and because he was trying to come back, and I was not aware to the extent of his problems until after the show. And then I heard about it, and then I was like, well, it's a real shame. He was a very talented man. He was a very kind man. He was we sat and talked for like an hour after they came in and set up, and then most of the time he sent the band out for dinner or whatnot, but he just wanted to talk. So I got him a beer and we sat down and we talked for like an hour, a little over an hour. Very nice man. Um,
Yeah, he seems like it would have been a really great guy.
he really was. Um, like I said, I was not aware of the issues. Until I heard, I was looking because you have to ask, because I heard about, he wasn't with Faith No More, and he was very complimentary about the band. He didn't say anything nasty about anybody, and but he knew what he had lost. He
Yeah.
knew that he knew he had lost an opportunity, and it wasn't until afterwards I was like, well, so why isn't it in a band anymore? So you grab a couple of copies of some zines up there, and you read out that they had asked him to leave because of his substance abuse.
Uh,
Let's see. Casey's saying, do you think glam rock will make a comeback? I guess the darkness was kind of big for a minute. Um, and then
it
Sophie saying she must do a
could
vital
be.
on her channel. It's mostly David Bowie. That's not a bad person to collect, though, Sophie.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Love some
Uh,
David Bowie, and glam could make a comeback, Casey. You never know. Of
mhm.
course, I don't make those decisions, but nonetheless, I wish I could.
Yeah, but the music's like that though, isn't it? Wes? It's just like movies. Everything comes in a cycle. Like
Yeah,
right now, everybody's on the horror tip. Everybody's rushing out to see horror. But sooner or later it's going to tire out. People are going to get tired of that. They're going to get tired of seeing all the blood and guts, and they're going to want to see more comedies, more more adventure. More less slashers. More dashers.
right.
Yep. Um,
Well, let's hope. Let's hope. You never know. I mean, I kind of like the gore, but that's just me.
you're right. Right. And I like glam rock too. I mean, music coming by. I mean, you're gonna see that again. We're gonna see music come back around. As
Sure.
far as that goes, especially once more and more people get you know, more and more concert halls open up. It's just what's really sad is the fact that there's no more middle ground. There's no more live music clubs as we knew growing up. They're few and far between. I mean, Detroit used to have a lot of clubs here. When I first moved here in '99, there was a lot of clubs here. I mean, you get the Metro Times, was the alternative paper, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like 100 pages thick, and then you get it, and and look in the back where all the club sections at, and they tell you what's going on and whatnot. Man, there used to be some incredible shows. Now they don't even put out the alternative magazines anymore because they're not even worth putting out anymore because they don't have that. There's not that many pages. Now they just put them on. They put them online, and then you go look, and there's not very many clubs. There's very few clubs around this area, Motown. There's very few places where people can play. Um,
Yeah.
they have some jazz clubs, but as far as there's a couple of punk rock bands, a couple of punk places in Royal Oak. Um, now, your city where you live in, how big is your city? Is it does it
Well,
do you have can you sustain
it's
that?
only a town, but it's Lake County, Indiana. Basically, it's a variety of municipalities. We don't have like a it's not like a it's not a metropolis or anything. We don't keep the population uh under as far as like what it is and whatnot, but it's a fairly populous area, but it's no city center. It's not like Chicago. Um,
See, see the see Professor says he wants to see the sword and sandals come back. Yeah, that would be really cool. Um, I'm just scared about like they bring back Lou Ferrigno again as Hercules. Um, you haven't seen anything until you see Lou Ferrigno as Hercules. Um, the only thing I can say good about that movie has Sybil Danning in it. Let's see. Make it
oh,
come. Uh, See, Sophie says she thinks the last sword and sandal film she enjoyed was 300. Yeah, 300 was badass. Professor
yeah.
mentioned how about horror movies about Greek mythology? Um, there's a ton of material on body horror someone could do with that. As far as I know they did the Clash of the Titans. I know they did Immortals. Immortals was actually pretty good. I really like that. I actually sort of like the Percy Jackson movies too. I think they released two of those. I actually like those too. I thought they were fun. Uh, but yeah, Casey says, well, better him than Kevin Sorbo. That guy lost it. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. Yeah, you know what? That's funny how he first started out. Hercules was a big show, and then Lucy Lawless came on there and just took it away with Xenia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xenia was so good, so good.
Disappointed. I don't know. Remember
Thank
that's
you,
great to
Sophie, for
see.
stopping by. So she wants to say goodbye to the Pooh Lord.
Good night, Sophie. Be well. Good night, and thank you for coming by. You're a dear heart.
Yes, thank you so much. Um, See, this is what I like about the professor. See, the professor's like me. He watches a lot of things, different things. I know a lot of people would look down at the Percy Jackson films, but hell, why would you? Man, that's a fun series. That was a really fun series. I know
Yeah,
it's in the vein of the Hunger Games type, not quite as heavy, but it's still pretty good.
yeah.
Um, yeah, there's two. There, I think they released two of them, Casey. And I know they're supposed to be trying to do another one, either another movie or a series. I know that they're working on it because the Rick Wardian, who's still writing the books, he's still putting the books out.
Really.
Yeah, and that's the first time I ever saw Alexander Daddario. That's the first movie I ever saw her in was the Percy Jackson movies.
Huh.
And I think she did that. I think she did that earthquake movie for with The Rock. Shit, San Andreas. San Andreas. Yep. What are some of your favorite actresses working in horror?
I like
Like,
this
yeah,
Lauren Rivera. She's a pretty good actress. I liked her in Terrifier. Like Jenna Ortega, um, Jennifer Lawrence. She's not necessarily in horror, but I enjoy her as an actress. Um, um, this Sosie Bacon isn't too bad either.
oh, from Smile.
Yeah, she's not too bad. Do you mind if I switch devices real fast and go dark, Patrick? Just
No,
for
no, that's fine. No, you can go right on ahead.
okay, I'll pull up on this other one so that way we make it seamless. I don't want to leave you with any dead air.
I will bring. Oh, we'll talk to at the calendar. While
Okay.
you go, yeah, I can bring out the calendar while you make your transition.
Okay. I'll be
All right. So yeah, thank you guys for coming out and supporting the interview with Wes, aka the Ice Lord. And he does a show. He does a show. Oh, he does a show on Fridays called the Ninth Level, and right now I think it's a little bit of a break for him, but I think he'll be back coming. He'll start coming back in January. I believe that will be when you will see him come back. His show comes on Fridays. Fridays from like 8 to 10. Let's see. Also, there was a Texas Chainsaw 3D, which for some reason is called Texas Exchange in my Mexican Netflix. You know what? Isn't that weird when they change horror when movies have to change titles? That is weird. I've never heard of that. Okay, calendar time while Wes makes his move. I already make his move. Let's see. Oh, okay,
Hello.
okay,
I
and he's
made my
back.
move. I made my move, sir.
The Ice Lord is back.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got a new sub from the professor. That's awesome. You guys will really enjoy each other's content.
Oh, thanks, Professor. I'll check you out too.
So this is I have a show tomorrow night. We're interviewing Victoria Varden from Ghost Walk Films, which is a film company based in Ohio. That's Ohio is the state that gave us Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Mhm.
So I'm very stoked about that. You know, Killer Dodos, Clown Town, all from Ohio.
In-
Um, so she'll be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. On the 18th, we have two shows. First, we're doing the IFC Midnight Show at 6 o'clock. We are covering Come True, which I watched today, and that is excellent.
oh,
Yes. Wow. Was that a good? Was that that was a that's a good movie.
it's
Holy crap.
it looks interesting.
Yeah, really good movie. Then at 8 o'clock, oh yeah, I guess I got to make this announcement too. So the 8 o'clock, I do hope that he'll come by, but this will probably be the Bat's last show with us on the Midnight Society. The Bat got he got his new job, so unfortunately affects his schedule, and so he will not be able to do the show with me and JT anymore.
Oh,
So
no, man.
yeah, I'm really bummed by that. I'm really bummed because Al's such a great guy, and I really enjoy doing the show with him. We have great chemistry, and it's a lot of fun. And we had a lot of fun. I do think that hopefully down the line after he gets used to his new job, and if the opportunity comes, he can come in and do a show once in a blue moon, as many times as he wants to. Uh, but me and JT we'll be we're gonna be doing the show on Sundays from 8 to 10, and starting this week we're doing a collaboration. We are in our panel. We are going to be watching and talking about A24's The Monster, that was directed by Brian Bertino, who directed The Dark and the Wicked. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so and that one stars Zoe Kazan and Ella Ballantyne, Scott Speedman. So we'll be joined by Monty G, uh, Ken from Sledgehammer Horror will be with us, and Mike, an American Werewolf in New Jersey.
Awesome.
So yeah, and me and JT. So yeah, you know what, JC, that's really it's all about, man. It's all about, it sucks for us, but it's good for him. So that's what's more important. So I'm totally jazzed for him. I'm really happy for him. And, hopefully after he gets used to, like I said, once he gets used to the weight and the change of the schedule, maybe there'll be a time where he can come on in and, hang out and, hang out and do a Midnight Society with us.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so instead of the bat and the cat, it'll be the cat and the gnat.
Cool.
So that, and then on the 19th, I was scheduled to go to hang out with Agoraphobe, but he asked to push it back to the 23rd, and start, instead of starting at 11 o'clock, we're going to start at 9 o'clock. And I told him, thank you for doing that, because I'm old. 11 o'clock is way past my bedtime these days. Yeah, I'm not. See, there's two strikes right there against me. I'm not a horror channel anymore, and I'm old.
No, man, no, it's in your favor.
May the odds be always in your favor.
Yeah.
So I won't be on Gore's channel this on the 19th. I will be on there on Friday, or on Friday the 23rd. So I will be there, and we'll be talking about Black Christmas '74, which I still have to watch. That's gonna be a first time watch for me. So I'm looking forward to that, since I've never seen it. So yeah.
Sounds good.
Now, are you going to get back to doing the? Are you going to bring back your show on January?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, probably will be, and let's hope. Sorry, gosh, not saying sorry. I haven't really been making that much content, so I don't know if that disqualifies me from the match altogether. But
Horror Tour of the Month?
it definitely hasn't hurt. It definitely hasn't helped anything. So yeah, I haven't really been making that much content, so it probably hurt me quite a bit. But I haven't had the full faculties to do so.
Yeah, because you're doing another show. You said right before we went on there, a show called Psychobabble. So tell us a little bit about that and what's your role in it.
Well, I'm just a co-host. I'm a co-host on Psychobabble Live. It's on Terrence McGuana's channel each either Saturday or Sunday. We kind of alternate depending on everyone's schedule. and we just talk horror and have a good time. And Curly Girl at the Movies is also on there. We also have guests and such. So usually it's a riot. You know, we have a good time. And usually they cut my dick off, or one of them does at least. Curly will cut my dick off in a stream, so you get to see that.
Why would she do something like that?
Oh no, it's just an inside joke.
Oh, okay. I was just, well, no, I have to. I was just wondering. See, Casey saying that sucks for the show, but hopefully good for Al. Yep. Hobbs is sitting there. Pat, we've had this discussion at 4 a.m. Not sure what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know. Let's see. How does everybody feel about Jennifer Lawrence saying that there was no female action stars before her? Yeah, thank God for Jennifer Lawrence. You know, because she's the first. She's the first first actress to do a lead on the action movie.
Amazing.
I forgot. I felt bad. I felt bad for her saying that, but like I already talked about this, and my opinion about it is like a Variety threw her underneath the bus, and letting that happen. They're more interested in the soundbite than they were in like their reporter or the editor sitting there going like, there have been a lot of movies with female lead in action. You might want to rethink that answer, like she, and then she said like people on the Hunger Games were going up there saying that to her. And again, it's like, you want to go up there and say, listen, I mean, personally, I don't think anybody would say that, like, oh my God, right. I don't believe that. I don't think they would, I don't think she would even paraphrasing it. That doesn't work either. I just think that she was caught up in the conversation. She said what she said, and instead of going back there and saying, "Hey, can we re-talk about this part?" Because we want to let you know there are a ton of actresses that have done leading action parts, and then that would gives her a chance to come back and answer that question a little differently. No, they just said, "Oh gosh, this is gold. We're gonna quote that. We're gonna have her quote that, and then watch what happens." And sure enough, that's what it was for. They threw her underneath the bus for that quote. So Variety is, not one of their better moments. And I agree, the professor. Cynthia Rothrock might disagree. Hell, there's a lot of women that might disagree. Michelle Yao, Karen Shepard, the lady played in the Crouching Tiger, Jade. She was a big action martial arts star back in the 70s. Let's see, and Hobbs is sitting there going, Wes is also like you, is a member of the Midnight Army. What rank do you think you hold in the Midnight Army? Are you like a general or a colonel, Wes?
I can't answer that, sir. I don't know what my rank is. But I know that I probably smell pretty rank when it comes down to it.
I feel like I'd probably be like a Gomer Pyle if I'm in the Midnight Army.
Gomer Pyle. That might be well, I might be like Gomer Pyle, like from Full Metal Jacket, like if anything, But not like Shazam. Not that guy, but
Divine did Pink Flamingo. Yeah, this is a disgusting movie.
Yeah,
that's a disgusting movie. So what do you got coming next for your channel? What are you working on that you actually going to be able to, as far as content wise, that you want us to know about?
Well, I really don't know. There's not a lot in the wings for me. I'm going through some personal stuff right now, so I don't know that I'll be making very much content. I might take back up the Ninth Circle show just to try to maintain the time slot.
Yeah.
But as far as like new content goes, I missed out on doing the 12 Days of Christmas or Xmas, so I might just do some miscellaneous reviews from here on out. But I'll stick to the ninth circle, and I'll appear if they'll have me on the Midnight Hour or Boneyard or even Echo side if he'll have me, and then
right.
Bible.
I think Echo side is actually tonight. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Echo side is supposed to be happening tonight.
Yeah, it's usually the thing. So I'm excited. Hopefully, not too long.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, you gotta get back into the get back to the into the the swing of things. So definitely, if you take the rest of the December off, relax, chill, recharge your batteries, and then come back swinging in January.
Yeah.
The nice circle of hell with our guest Wes, aka the Ice Lord. What you thought I was going to say something else? I knew it.
No. I was gonna say, thanks for the opportunity for having me on, man. This has been really cool.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Good talking with you, Pat.
Yeah, it's always a fun time. It's always a fun time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys all. I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out with us too. That was this is a show, this is kind of the show I really like to do too. I get a tuber in there and then sit down and just chew the fat one on one and to see where it takes us. Some people maybe they don't know certain things about you, like that you're a huge Mr. Bungle fan, or who Chuck Mosley was, which was hella cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people learn new things about you, and that's really what it's all about. And we do hope, seriously, that you do come back and bring back the Nice Circle, because it was a good show. It's a good show.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm going to try my best. Got to come up with good topics, I guess, is the main thing. So,
well, do scream.
yeah, maybe next time it'll be Scream.
Maybe you can do like a 2-hour show on the trailer.
Not a bad idea. We'll break down every single second of it, piece by piece.
Right. I got my first time watch. I gotta go back. I gotta watch that again.
Right. Over and over.
Mr. Dan Horror walking in the door here. Also a former guest on 8 Questions With. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's really what people have been talking about today. Is the new Scream trailer did drop today, and I've been seeing all these thoughts and theories on it, and like okay, I will say that there was a nice article about Jenna Ortega though in this week's People that was very good. I didn't know she was only 20 years old. She's just a kid.
How old?
She's only 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say if it was any younger than that, I was gonna get scared. I feel bad. I shouldn't even look at her. But
20 years old. I was not aware of that. All right. Well, with that, I will go ahead and thanks to Chad again for hanging out with us. I want to thank you, Wes, for hanging out with us. And we'll be back tomorrow night with Victoria Varden. And hopefully some of you folks that came out tonight will come back tomorrow night. In January, we do have a special guest coming in January. I need to start talking about that now. We will be having actor Marshall Teague will be with us on January 11th. Marshall Teague will be with us. Some of you may know the name Marshall Teague. He played Jimmy on Roadhouse, and he also played on Walker Texas Rangers. He plays 7 different bad guys in Walker Texas Rangers. So, but he's going to be coming out and hanging out with us on the 11th and talking a little bit about his career and including some questions about Roadhouse. I got to come up with some questions that he's never heard of before.
There you go.
That's going to be really tough.
Yeah,
but I'll do it. And I also will have help because I have a special co-host that night in Hobbs Horror. Hobbs Horror is going to be co-hosting that night with me, as him and I are asking Marshall Teague 8 questions. So that'll be a lot of fun. Actually, Hobbs is co-hosting 2 shows with me.
Really?
He's co-hosting Marshall Teague, and then he's co-hosting on the 19th. We have Lady Valerie coming in. You might know her as the general over at some.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she's going to come over and hang out and talk to us next month.
that's great.
Yep. So Hobbs and I are, we're back together doing some co-hosting. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, boys and girls, that's it for us. Stay right where you're at, Wes, and to everybody else, thank you so much for coming out. And we will see you. We'll either see you a little bit tonight over in Echo Zone, or we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for having me, Pat. You're the man.
You're the man. You are the Ice Lord.
Thanks, sir.
Let me go.